click that like and subscribe button and go sign up on superchargedstocks.com and let's keep you notified. Good morning, everyone. It's Andrew with Supercharged Stocks. Today, we're catching up with Canuc Resources. We're talking to Chris Berlet, and he's down in Mexico at the San Javier project. We had some news last week come out. It's an intense time because you live in Ontario. There's lots of COVID protocols coming, going, all that. So I want to make sure that everything's safe and sound. Everything was okay leaving. Everything is okay in Mexico, and the process is working. How is everything as far as COVID? And then let's talk about what's happening and get a bit of an update.
Okay. Hi, Andrew. Sure. Thank you. Thanks for having us back on. Yeah, in terms of COVID, there's obviously it's not easy getting around, and but there's a lot of there's a lot of respect, recognition here. What mask wearing? There was a COVID outbreak in San Javier, small town.
Yeah.
And I think two people, unfortunately, passed away. So we've been very, very, very careful. We only have basically a maximum of 3 people there at a time. We go through all our social distancing, procedures, and also they've, because that ejido has some pull, they've actually been able to get vaccinated. So there've been a lot of most of the people that were, most of the leaders of the ejido there at the town of San Javier, they've been vaccinated. So
okay, wow.
Yeah, but we're very cognizant of it. It's not easy traveling around, but you have to be respectful of what's going on. Ontario, I think, is affected more dramatically than it seems at present than parts of the U.S. and here. But so it's and has its like I said, we are a very small crew, and there's been vaccinations in San Javier. We're very respectful of it all, and spend most of our time in the field when we're there.
Yes, and what you were talking to just briefly about, like, it's a lot of travel for you, and it's a lot of 2 weeks in a hotel and 2 weeks here, being safe. All that's being done. That takes a heavy toll on yourself as well, but it also speaks highly to you and the project to want to get down there to see what's happening, to see how drilling's going. I know there was a bit of a hiccup with some drilling, but at the same time, geologically speaking, you're seeing a lot of very exciting things.
The mechanical issues that we had, that's how you characterize it. But basically, we're on a 60-degree incline. It's a very steep hill, and in fact, it was too steep for the water truck to get up there.
Wow.
So we had to. That started with having to create a basin, pump water up to the drill, and then the ground is very broken. The breccia itself is very broken, which is perhaps good in some respects, but also makes it difficult and slow. So when you combine that with having to pump water up, which cost a couple of days in terms of getting the hoses and the pumps organized.
Yeah, you can see just from here, even the angle. And I'm sure if you're in person, you can see how steep that's going to be.
Yep, that's right.
Now, are these roads already ended? Do you have to repay or make any of these roads here as well?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah,
that one. See that one. That one
up
there.
top. Yeah. So I guess the original thought, because you're drilling up, was the cost originally of thinking, okay, if we go down, they're trying to get a road up to the top and go down would have been much more onerous, or what was the?
Yeah, so you can see basically it's very steep.
Yeah.
That created issues in getting started. Topography like that could be an advantage. If we prove out this whole structure, it's going to have a low strip ratio. When you see that road that we cut with the D6, it revealed several new veins, and also we're very encouraged by the drilling because through the breccia we have encountered magnetite all the way down, and magnetite in every instance here where it comes to surface carries silver. So we're not just looking now at we hit about 9 meters of massive magnetite in 3 different veins in the first hole there, but also there were magnetite, blebs of magnetite, veinlets, and disseminated magnetite all the way down. which suggests that it's going to carry. And so, this structure, that topography, given that it's steep, it's like the crest of a hill, could mean lower strip ratio, could provide some advantages. It's obviously difficult when we get started, when we get drilling. So if it becomes a mine, that could serve as an advantage. That breccia, so it looks like it's 800 meters in strike length, about 150 meters wide where it is on surface. We think that the entire structure could go under to the west. So it looks very, very good. At this stage, we're pleased. We'll have some results out in the next few weeks that'll basically summarize assays of what that disseminated magnetite looks like, and what the massive magnetite in veins looks like, and even pyrite. So there's pyrite, fair bit of pyrite we picked up all the way down. So this is we're very encouraged by this. We call it Silver Mountain.
Yes, yeah, I was gonna say I like the name Silver Mountain Breccia. I like it.
It looks good at this stage. So and what I think will be key is, does that magnetite carry all the way down? Because we're talking now about over 100 meters to get started. The structure itself is 800, so almost a kilometer long.
Yeah.
And about 150 meters wide, and it could extend under there to the west quite significantly. So it looks very, very interesting at this stage, and we're pleased with what's transpired early on here.
And then you've got 5 more holes, with pretty big targets too. So 5 more to go.
Yeah. Now now we're moving on to, and we'll come back. We have further holes obviously planned in this breccia. Very encouraging start, and but not far away, about 800 meters to the northwest, is where the big magnetic anomalies are in this area. And we think and it's the Barranca group of rocks sediments. So there's not much that can really create these kinds of magnetic anomalies. We think, other than our hope, our aspiration is that it's massive magnetite.
Yeah.
Which would be kind of consistent with what the theories that have been postulated for orogenesis and stuff like that here. So those targets are about 800 meters away to the northwest. They're very large. They look like they're about 100 meters below surface. So we'll have at least 2-3 holes into that. Very different potential even than this breccia. So that's going to be exciting. And then as we go on the southern part of the property, that area we call Mill Rock, there's copper gold. There's very strong magnetic anomalies there also, with hematite, specular hematite, magnetite, but with copper and gold, chalcopyrites, lots of copper oxide staining and gold assays. So, and very strong magnetic anomalies there. So these all look like targets independent of the silver to the north, right off of that breccia structure is most likely related. It's magnetite. So that could be very significant progress if we get into drilling those structures. We want to get at them sooner than later.
Yeah.
We feel that we've had a very good start here with the Silver Mountain, and that there's lots more to do there. Lots to do. So the real key here for determining viability for Silver Mountain will be, does that magnetite carry?
Yeah.
Over, that we've seen over 125 meters. Does it carry? But it looks very encouraging.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like you're set up for weeks upon weeks of steady news flow, lots of interesting news, lots of results waiting. You're hitting big targets, and God willing, you've got a good crew that's now vaccinated and safe. So, hopefully that won't continue playing such a big factor as it is. And hopefully things in Ontario will settle down as well, which will help for coming and going. But really excited to see that there's a lot of news going to be coming out. So that's going to be great. And it's a lot of news that everyone wants to hear, because it's the targets that we've been talking about. It seems that this whole thesis is coming together. So it is a pivotal time.
Andrew, listen, thank you very much for having me, for allowing me the chance to speak again, and give you a bit of an update there. We're very encouraged. Wait for a press release 2 to 3 weeks on what this breccia structure looks like. But if it's mineralized, it's very large. And so we're excited about that.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much for the update.
Okay, thanks, Andrew.
Click that like and subscribe button, and go sign up on superchargedstocks.com. Let's keep you notified.